Please let this happen. Hey guys, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. So, this is not canon. This has not been confirmed or anything. This was done by another Pokemon fan, and after seeing it, I wanted to talk about it because, please let this happen. So, we all know that before long, Ash will be going to Galar. And we all know that Galar is near Kalos. Yeah. Which is a really good thing. So, for those of you guys who don't know, my top generations are all even numbered generations with 2, 4, 6, and looks like 8 might be taking another spot. So, yeah. And my least favorite generations are 5 and 7. But that's beside the point. So, yeah. We now know that the plan with the anime was going to be that eventually Ash and Serena would eventually get together as an eventual couple. And that most likely is their plan in the future. But I would like to talk about maybe them doing this. The thing is that Pokemon probably knows that their odd generations have actually been going pretty downhill. Surprisingly, Gen 6 was unpopular. Not as unpopular as Gen 5. Like, everyone was so excited about Gen 5. After Gen 5, everyone was ecstatic to see how much better Gen 6 was. And with certain people, M and JTV, they were really excited about going to Hoenn. And we also know that people were excited and enjoyed the first games of Gen 7 with, of course, Sun and Moon. However, a lot of people, including myself, were rather disappointed with what happened with, of course, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, because the entire game is practically the same thing. So, and then they didn't do us any favors with the anime. Yeah. Oh boy. That was a bad decision. The anime, everyone knows that, at least for the anime, the two best generations for anime was 4 and 6. Everyone agrees. Like, I don't think there's anyone who disagrees, except for, obviously, the Gen 1ers, because they all say that Gen 1 was the best. With almost every other generation besides coming in at a close third, almost all of them could equal a third for the best. So, yeah. One of the reasons that that a lot of people agree that Gen 6 and Gen 4 were the best animes is because of the fact that Ash was not an idiot. Like, obviously, yes, Ash has continued to be an idiot every now and again. Don't get me wrong. Even in these two generations, which I personally consider to be the best generations, he has still been an idiot to a certain extent. But he's hardly ever done that. In Gen 4, while he didn't get, like, a ton of Pokemon, when he eventually went into the actual place, I'm forgetting what it's called, he didn't just use the team that he had. He instead brought in team members from his other travels and used them all. But then in Gen 5, he was an idiot again. falling back to the same place that he has always been at, like the top 16, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but he did extremely well. Then, when he went into the Kalos League, he got second place, which of course means that a lot of us would probably see this as he could have won. Everyone was actually upset about that episode because he had done so much in those episodes that him not getting him not winning felt like a letdown. And a lot of people wanted there to be a remake where they actually had him win, to make that be the canonical version, because he had grown so much and he nearly won. The only reason he didn't was because of the fact that his opponent just so happened to transfer out one of his Pokemon that was rather weak at the last minute, meaning that if that Pokemon had been defeated, Ash and Alon would have tied, which I've never seen that happen in any Pokemon region. So that's insane. But the other reason that so many people love this region is because of the relationship between Ash and Serena. These two characters had the most amazing relationship that we've ever seen throughout the show. And while they didn't actually become a couple, it was obvious that the two actually had feelings for each other, especially when Serena gave him that kiss. And even Ash knew that she loved him. He may be an idiot and may not have noticed when Misty or even Dawn and the others started to have feelings for him, but he now understood that Serena, she loved him. And I think he would have loved to continue to go on a journey with her. But he also knew that she needed to do her own thing for a little bit. If she comes back in Galar, I personally would be ecstatic. Her being the teammate would make absolutely tons of sense. The thing is that we didn't really have as much customization. Yes, we did have customization, but it was not as much in the Gen 7 games as it will be in this game. Or even Kalos. Kalos, I believe, had more customization than the Gen 7 games. So, yeah. The idea of her coming back with a new outfit, especially one that matches the outfit for the Galar main female protagonist, would be amazing. And the two of them might be able to start something new that we will absolutely love. However, I'm probably going to get some flack for what I'm about to say. I think it's time to end the anime. Or at least end it with Ash. We have seen for a long time Ash and his many friends going off on their adventures. Ash remaining 10, which he really isn't, but Ash went off on his journey. He's grown throughout this entire time. And while he's still an idiot in Gen 7, he's grown. And I think it's time for him to actually grow up. It might be time that in this new Galar region, Serena rejoins his party. And the two of them start a relationship. Maybe throughout this entire season, we will be seeing every single person show up again. Misty, Brock, Max, May, Dawn, Callum, Bonnie, even Iris and what Cyrus, I believe his name was. I don't remember. And even the group from Seven. We have been going with Pokemon for over 20 years, and it's one of the longest running animes, with the only ones really beating it being, of course, Naruto, One Piece, and Dragon Ball. I think it's time for them to put this to rest. At least for this group. Have Ash and Serena go off together. Have Ash win a league with not just whatever team he gathers in Galar, but everyone. Every single one of his Pokemon. I mean, considering the fact that Galar, we're not going to be able to use all of our Pokemon, it might be something to at least think about, where maybe Ash will bring in his entire team for one final league. And of course, he'll win it. After winning that league, it's time for him to return home. Return home with Serena. And we get to see all of his friends throughout this entire time. Maybe Mewtwo and all the legendaries that Ash has seen throughout his life will all come together, and maybe we'll see some old friends like Pidgeot, Butterfree, Primeape, and Lapras. All of them coming together, because it's now time to finish this generation, and perhaps we'll see the two of them get married. It's maybe they'll do a time skip, but it's possible. And who knows? It might just be the best frickin' episode we will ever see. But then, of course, that would be the conclusion to this amazing series that we've ever seen. And honestly, I don't think people would be upset with this ending. Well, yes, most likely the anime will continue. I think it's time for us to get a new character. Someone who the kids can actually relate to. These kids that are currently watching Pokemon, they haven't grown up with him. They don't know all that he's been through. They see him talk about how he used to have, how he captured a ton of Tauros, and how he teamed up with Misty and Brock. No, they didn't grow up with that. They grew up with Ash as he is. And it may be the end for those of us who have been sticking around since Gen 1, but it's not the end for all. By introducing a new character, it will give us who have been sticking around for a long time a breath of fresh air to see, oh yeah, we've been stuck with this kid who's been an idiot for his entire time. Maybe it's time for us to see someone new. Someone who may not be an idiot, or maybe he is an idiot. And grow up. And then, of course, we get more Pokemon characters. New ones that we've never seen before. Maybe this new character will be Ash and Serena's son or daughter. It might actually be a good idea to make the main characters actually be a new group of two characters, one boy, one girl. That way, whoever is watching will be able to relate to them. We've always had the female character, and yes, absolutely, Gen 6 was Serena's season, but there hasn't really been that same feel as what you might get from something like Miraculous, where you see a character who everyone can relate to. I think it's time to put Ash to bed and say hello to our new character. But anyways, guys, I want to know what you guys think of this theory down in the comments below. And also, go check out the person who made this. I've linked their Twitter down in the description below. So if you want to check them out, please do. They actually liked my retweet when I said that I needed to talk about this in a video, so definitely go check them out. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you guys are new, please subscribe and ring that notification bell, because it really means a lot. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and it's time for Pokemon with Ash to come to a close. But on.